So hi all, I'm going to make mutton curry and rice. I'm going to show you how we make rice in South India, Bangalore. So for that I've taken 3 medium-sized onions and 3 medium-sized tomatoes. Here I've put on a cooker and I'll pour in about 5 tablespoons of oil and I'll fry these onions brown. Okay. Here I put in the onions and I'm going to fry it brown. To fry very well. Into this I'll put in about 1 teaspoon of rock salt to taste. So it will also help the onions to fry up nice and brown and quickly too. See, now that the onions are nicely browned, I'll drop in these tomatoes. Stir this very well and let this also nicely fry. After both of these fry nicely, I'll cool it down and I'll grind it in the mixie and I'll show you. See, now that the mixture is nicely cooked, I'll take it out and I'll put it in the mixie. I'll wait for it to cool and then I'll grind it. Okay. I also added off camera 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and I fried that as well. So you can do that. So now into this same cooker where we fry the onions and all, I'm going to put in about 300 grams of mutton with the bone. And let this fry a bit. Let this fry nicely for about 5 minutes. Let it fry. And here in the meanwhile, I've taken about 1 cup of rice, which is about 150 grams I've taken. I'm going to show you how we South Indians cook our rice. So as the meat is just getting fried a little bit, I will show you. I've taken this, now I'll wash it. So as the meat is getting fried into this, as I told you, I'm making this for an aunt of mine. So lunch I'm making for her. So into this I'm using half a teaspoon of chili powder. Let this fry nicely. I'm using this chili powder really elaborately because it's not for me. Because if it was for me and my family, as you know, I would not use it. And then into that, half a teaspoon of cumin seed powder. That's jeera powder. And then one teaspoon of coriander powder. That's dhania. Homemade this is. That's why the color is really beautiful. And this is optional, okay? If you like, you can use. Otherwise, you can omit it. I'm using half a teaspoon of meat masala. It's just because, you know, I'm giving it to somebody. But if it was for me in the house, I wouldn't have used it. Because all this adds to the, you know, pungentness. Like, okay? Let this fry for about 2 minutes. Nicely. The raw smell goes. Hope you're getting a nice glimpse of it. And as this frying is coming along very well, this is the masala that we ground. Can you see it? So this masala, I'll put it in. I've put that ground masala in and I'm stirring it. Okay, let it fry nicely. And the mixie that you ground the masala, just add about a cup of water into it. Shake it up very well and take out all the goodness and put it into this. So as you can see, I've added the water, and if you need a little more, you can add another 1 cup of water. And I'll close it and I will let it cook now for about 6 to 7 whistles, and then I'll take it out. So here I will just shift burners and onto this burner I am putting on some plain water. When the water bubbles, I will put a little bit of salt. Hope you're getting a glimpse of this. Yeah, this is plain water. And when it bubbles, I put in the rice. Okay, into this I'm putting just a little bit of salt. Usually when I cook my rice, I don't use salt, but because I'm cooking for someone else, I am using a little bit of salt. Otherwise, I have been cooking rice like this for like years, for almost about, oh my, more than 10 years, 10-15 years, I'm cooking it without salt. Actually, it's very healthy, and years back, one of my doctors told me that it is very good. It controls the water retention in the body, as well as this BP and everything. It gets controlled. So, if you'd like to follow it, then follow it. You shouldn't use salt in cooking rice. You can add it when the rice is ready if you like. Now that the water is boiling, I will put in the rice. This is how we cook rice in South India. We don't add any oil, any jeera or anything into this. See all, I'm going to strain the rice into this strainer. If you have a strainer like this, you can. Or you can strain it in any other way that you have. See, the rice is cooked. At this stage, we usually take the rice out. So I'll strain it into that strainer. So now the rice is ready, the curry is ready, and I'm going to plate it up. I am serving it in the tiffin. I'm sending it to my auntie's house. So there you go. This is the rice. This is the curry. So, plate up the curry in this. I hope you're getting a glimpse of it. Yeah. And I will pack it up and then into the other tiffin. One tissue. Into this, I'll just put in a tissue paper. And I will pack these papads. I'll just break it a little bit because so it can fit in really well. You know, yeah, if it is in this form, it can fit in well, and you can add in some extra. You know. Okay. And here I will cover it, and I am sending it across to my auntie's house. Hope all of you like it, and hope all of you will try it and you will make it for someone. Really simple and nice. Take care everyone. God bless. Don't forget to like and subscribe.